When the national sports outlets dropped Alabama football to number 11 in the preseason coaches poll, mainstream commentators celebrated what they called the final collapse of the Crimson Tide dynasty. Pundits openly mocked Kalen DeBoer for failing to name a starting quarterback between Mack and Keelon Russell, while subtle changes to Alabama's iconic uniform began leaking across social media. But behind closed doors in Tuscaloosa, every single move during week 1 of fall camp was part of a far more calculated and intentional strategy. The media wants you to believe DeBoer is scrambling in pure panic, but what if they just walked right into the greatest strategic trap in college football history? Before we move forward, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now and tell us in the comments which city you are watching from. Stay tuned until the very end so you never miss our urgent updates. To truly understand the illusion being built right now in college football, you have to look closely at the exact numbers national television networks are pushing into the public consciousness. Ranking the Alabama Crimson Tide at number 11 in the preseason poll is not an accidental mistake by journalists. It represents the lowest preseason evaluation this program has received since 2008, creating a massive media echo chamber that paints Kalen DeBoer as an overwhelmed coach who is entirely out of his depth. Mainstream broadcasts want fans hyper-focused on supposed offensive line chemistry issues and a chaotic quarterback battle between Mack and Keelon Russell. They want rival programs in the SEC to believe that Tuscaloosa is collapsing from the inside out. But why is no one asking why the national sports press is so eager to declare this program dead before a single official snap has even been played? Is it possible that this sudden flood of negativity is actually being encouraged by the coaching staff itself? History reveals a fascinating and overlooked pattern that the national media completely ignores when writing their daily headlines. The year 2008 was the exact moment when an underappreciated Crimson Tide squad used absolute national disrespect to fuel an unblemished regular season that shocked the entire college football world. Fast forward to today, and reporting from Bama Hammer confirms that Kalen DeBoer and his staff are staring at history repeating itself under remarkably identical conditions. While analysts on major networks spend hours debating whether Alabama has lost its terrifying reputation, DeBoer is quietly utilizing that exact disrespect as a psychological shield. By allowing television networks to market Alabama as a Tier 2 program heading into the autumn, the coaching staff effectively removed the massive high-pressure target that has been strapped to this program's back for over 15 years. Does an elite head coach genuinely feel threatened by a preseason ranking, or is he using the media's own bias to build a locker room of highly motivated, furious athletes? Look at what transpired during the 5th official practice of fall camp, an event covered in detail by Sports Illustrated Bama Central that exposed the massive disconnect between media speculation and internal reality. While national cameras and online reporters were furiously debating whether Mack's deep system familiarity would edge out Keelon Russell's elite arm talent and game-breaking mobility, a massive tactical revelation was taking place entirely behind closed doors. Kalen DeBoer quietly reintroduced 5-star freshman running back EJ Crowell back into full team activities without making a loud public announcement. Crowell, who missed almost the entirety of spring practice due to a severe calf injury, was suddenly operating at maximum speed and shattering defensive reps during closed team drills. Why did the national media completely overlook the return of one of the most explosive offensive weapons in the entire recruiting class of 2026? Could it be that the intense, noisy debate over the quarterback position was deliberately designed to distract rival scouts from noticing Alabama's true offensive identity? The strategic significance of EJ Crowell's return cannot be overstated when you examine his remarkable athletic background. During his final high school season, Crowell posted over 2,600 rushing yards and 35 touchdowns, proving that he possesses the rare capability to completely dictate the tempo of an elite football game. Yet, during early fall camp press briefings, DeBoer kept his public evaluations remarkably measured, noting that the coaching staff was merely evaluating basic movements while downplaying his explosive flashes. This calculated silence allows the program to prepare a devastating, run-heavy scheme that relies on sheer physical dominance, rather than forcing a young quarterback to carry the entire operational burden. If rival defensive coordinators in Georgia and Tennessee are spending all their film study time preparing exclusively for Mack or Russell, what happens when they are suddenly forced to stop a completely unexpected, ground-based offensive assault? Is the national media falling for a classic misdirection play while Tuscaloosa prepares an unstoppable rushing attack? While the public remains distracted by position battles on the field, a second and equally dramatic clue surfaced regarding the long-term structural power of this program. A detailed report published by Saturday Down South revealed recent images of Alabama's updated 2026 uniforms, uncovering a shocking visual change that immediately set social media ablaze. The classic, sacred scripter logo was quietly removed from the jersey collar to make room for official SEC markings and commercial patch spaces on the front chest. Outraged traditionalists instantly flooded message boards, claiming the university was recklessly abandoning its historic identity for corporate greed. But when you look beneath the emotional outcry, the timing of this aesthetic alteration reveals a brilliant financial maneuver. Why would the university execute such a sensitive uniform redesign precisely at the opening of fall camp? The truth behind the uniform shift directly connects to the ruthless economic reality of modern college athletics and the multi-million-dollar name, image, and likeness ecosystem. While competing SEC programs are publicly fighting desperate, chaotic battles to secure emergency booster funding, Alabama silently restructured its primary brand assets to secure unmatched commercial capital. By offering premium jersey real estate to high-tier corporate entities, the athletic department unlocked massive, sustainable revenue streams designated directly for roster retention and elite athlete compensation. DeBoer and his executive staff didn't surrender tradition out of weakness. They modernized the program's financial engine behind a veil of media outrage. Is it a mere coincidence that while national sports hosts are criticizing Alabama for changing a collar logo, the university is quietly building the most financially secure roster structure in modern college sports? Consider the immense pressure being applied to rival SEC coaching staffs who are currently taking the bait hook, line, and sinker. When rival programs look at Alabama today, the television headlines tell them a story of an unstable program ranked at number 11, breaking in a new head coach, struggling with offensive line depth, and indecisive at the quarterback position. This comfortable narrative lulls rival coaching staffs into a false sense of security, convincing them that the terrifying Tide dynasty has finally been tamed. Yet every single piece of documented evidence, from the calculated media blackouts during fall camp to the secret return of dynamic playmakers like Crowell, points toward a masterclass in strategic misdirection. How long can the mainstream press continue to broadcast a story of weakness when the factual evidence on the ground demonstrates an elite program quietly reloading for a conference championship run? Look closely at the defensive side of the football, where stability and veteran leadership are quietly forming an impenetrable wall while the media looks the other way. Defensive leaders like Keon Sabb and Bray Hubbard have quietly taken complete control of the secondary, creating an elite communication network that has dominated opposing wide receivers throughout early August practices. Transfer additions along the defensive front have added immense physical depth, allowing defensive coordinator Kane Womack to field an aggressive, suffocating unit capable of shutting down high-powered SEC offenses. This means that even if the offense requires a short period to settle its backfield cadence during early non-conference matchups, the defense possesses the raw firepower to completely control games. Why is the national media ignoring the terrifying growth of this defensive unit while obsessing over minor practice mistakes? The dynamic between Austin Mack and Keelon Russell itself bears all the hallmarks of a masterfully managed psychological game directed straight at opposing coaching staffs. By maintaining a genuine public two-quarterback competition late into August, DeBoer forces every upcoming opponent on Alabama's schedule to prepare two entirely distinct defensive game plans. Defending against Austin Mack requires stopping a disciplined pocket-passing field general who executes system reads with surgical precision, whereas preparing for Keelon Russell demands containing a dynamic, dual-threat playmaker who can break down structured coverages with his legs. Every single hour that an opposing defensive coordinator spends preparing for two wildly different signal callers is an hour stolen from their overall preparation. Could the refusal to publicly name a starting quarterback be the ultimate weapon designed to keep the entire SEC off balance until kickoff? When you zoom out and connect every piece of factual evidence uncovered over the past week, the narrative manufactured by major television networks completely disintegrates under scrutiny. The number 11 ranking isn't a sign of decay. It is the ultimate motivational tool resurrected from the historic 2008 playbook. The uniform changes aren't a loss of identity. They represent an aggressive financial evolution designed to dominate the modern college football marketplace. And the silent, steady integration of game-changing freshmen like EJ Crowell proves that Alabama's offensive vault is far deeper than national pundits are willing to admit. Kalen DeBoer hasn't lost control of the narrative in Tuscaloosa. He simply allowed the sports world to believe what it wanted to believe while he quietly constructed a juggernaut in the shadows. As the season openers approach, the national sports media will undoubtedly continue to push headlines driven by outrage, doubt, and premature obituaries for Crimson Tide football. But true analysts who examine the facts know that the real story is never told on a 30-second television chyron. It is discovered by reading carefully between the lines of every practice report and financial move. The stage is officially set for one of the most explosive, unexpected seasons in the history of the SEC, and those who wrote off Alabama are about to receive a massive reality check. Did Kalen DeBoer just execute the most brilliant strategic distraction in recent college football history? Or do you believe the national media is right about the tide falling behind? Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right now, share this video with every Tide fan you know, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a single breakthrough update.